All rise for the invocation. The invocation will be delivered by Rabbi Michael S. Miller, the Executive Vice President and CEO of the Jewish Community Relations Council of New York, located in the borough of Manhattan.
Ribono shel olam, Lord of the universe, as we gather in this chamber, we mourn, we grieve, we are in pain. It is so difficult for us to come to grips with what took place in a house of worship in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, just 4 days ago. How can it be that someone could enter a house of prayer on the day of the Jewish Holy Sabbath as a baby boy was about to be named in a bris and shatter that sanctity by emptying an AR-15 assault rifle and 2 Glock semi-automatic handguns into the pews, murdering 11 innocent souls? How can it be that the safe space, the haven of a place we all refer to as a sanctuary, can be so cruelly and violently desecrated with the spilling of human blood? In 1790, President George Washington visited the Jewish community of Newport, Rhode Island. After his visit, he penned a letter to the congregation. He wrote that the government of the United States, which gives to bigotry no sanction, requires only that they who live under its protection should demean themselves as good citizens. He then prayed and pledged that may the children of the stock of Abraham who dwell in this land continue to merit and enjoy the goodwill of the other inhabitants, while everyone shall sit in safety under his own vine and fig tree, and there shall be none to make him afraid. So how can it be that a 97-year-old Jewish woman, a mother, a grandmother, and great-grandmother, spoken of as a sweet and lovely lady who was quick with a friendly greeting, a hug, and a smile, was targeted? Or a 66-year-old bow-tie-wearing Jewish primary care physician who embraced HIV patients when no other doctors would touch them? Washington promised safety in the absence of fear. The same question can be asked about the other 9 sweet souls whose lives were brutally and abruptly terminated. The only answer we have, Lord, is hate. Hate is corrosive, eating away at the innocence with which we are born. To the best of my knowledge, there is no hate gene. One has to learn to hate. We, Lord, as leaders of the city of New York, as leaders, then must dedicate ourselves with every ounce of strength to combat this evil virus, to battle against it with all of our fiber, to wage war to conquer it with the breadth of our fortitude. Our ammunition is nothing more than love, then understanding, then tolerance, then acceptance. And we need to mind our words because words matter. We need to fashion ourselves into societal engineers, building bridges, interconnecting the gorgeous diversity that we are blessed with in our beloved city, with all bridges leading to the ideal and precious value of peace, la paz, shalom, salam, shanti. The name of the synagogue in Pittsburgh is Eitz Chaim, taken from the 18th verse, 3rd chapter of Proverbs. It is a tree of life for those who grasp it. But the fusillade of bullets viciously broke the victim's grip. The 2,000-year-old Talmud teaches that those who cut down trees will never, ever see a sign of blessing. Hate is a curse. Love and peace are a blessing. I pray that the actions taken by this august body will merit blessing as it leads the people whom it represents closer to achieving a more just society, a society filled with mutual respect and dignity, filled with love and peace. As Washington concluded his letter, may the Father of all mercies scatter light and not darkness upon our paths. May this be your will, O Lord. Amen.
Please be seated. A motion to spread the invocation. Speaker Corey Johnson. Quiet in the chambers, please.
couldn't think of a better leader to be with us on this sad and solemn and painful day than Rabbi Michael Miller, who is a friend to so many of us here in this chamber. He is the Executive Vice President and CEO of the Jewish Community Relations Council of New York, the JCRC. And the JCRC of New York serves as the central coordinating and resource body for the Jewish community in the metropolitan New York area, and is an advocate for a strong and secure state of Israel. An active force in New York civic and communal life, JCRC New York builds working relationships within the Jewish community and with other ethnic and faith communities and with public officials and governmental agencies. It works actively to promote equality of opportunity and the full civil rights and civil liberties for Jewish as well as all other religious and ethnic groups in New York. JCRC also works to combat anti-Semitism. And every other form of racism or group prejudice. Rabbi Michael Miller is really the glue that holds this incredible organization together. He is a true community leader, always working tirelessly to promote harmony and justice in our city and around the world. Rabbi Miller, rightfully, is recognized as one of the foremost influential leaders in the New York Jewish community. He has personally led more than 70 missions to Israel with over 500 influential New Yorkers, including then Secretary Clinton, Senator Clinton, current Senators Schumer and Gillibrand, Mayors Dinkins, Giuliani, Bloomberg, and de Blasio, numerous members of Congress and state and city legislative leaders, media figures, as well as ethnic and religious dignitaries. New York City Council members, including myself, have been fortunate enough to be on Rabbi Miller's extraordinary missions to the state of Israel. It is an honor to have Rabbi Michael Miller here with us today. Rabbi Miller is an amazing man. He is a blessing. He is a blessing not just to hear his healing and moving words on a day like today, but he is a blessing that touches our city and creates dialogue on a daily basis. He has given his life to this dialogue, and he does it in the tradition of his family, his father, who we got to see recognized at Yad Vashem in Jerusalem, the work that he did after the Holocaust in getting justice. And I know that Rabbi Miller, for someone like him who has to stand up and lead in a moment like this, it is also extraordinarily painful personally when you have given your life to combating anti-Semitism and to pushing back against hate and to being someone who is thoughtful, careful, and sensitive with their words. So again, it's an honor to have, it's hard, I don't even think of Michael as a rabbi, even though he is a rabbi, I think of him as Michael. It's an honor to have Michael, Rabbi Michael Miller, here with us today. And with that, I make a motion to spread the invocation in full upon the record.
So moved.